Hey, it's Brian Haskins, and welcome back for video number 3 in the series where we're going to talk about today how to laser focus in on what we call pre-sold properties. So this might be the most powerful thing that you're going to learn all year for how to be better at marketing for motivated sellers. So many people are out just pulling big lists. They're just generalizing who they're marketing to, and they're casting a wide net hoping that something's going to stick. If you follow these 3 steps that I've been covering, so in step number 1, we talked about essentially identifying our buyers first, understanding what our market tells us. Second step was we reverse engineered our market demand to see where they're buying, what they are paying, and what they want to buy more of. Now I'm going to share with you how to use that information, what your market is actually telling you, to laser focus in on what we call pre-sold properties. So pre-sold properties are our market demand. So this, again, like I said, is where are they buying, what are they paying, what do they want to buy more of? Now, how do we utilize this to generate a much higher quality motivated seller lead? So to do that, pop up, PropStream, whatever you want to use for your tool here. But what we want to look at here is this information. So we see there's 382,000, almost 383,000 people in this particular county. Now, most people would come in here, and if you buy a list on like Fiverr, or if you're buying lists from people, there's no filters applied to these lists. You're going to get junk properties. And what I mean by that is you're going to come in here and they're going to say, I'm just going to pull a vacant list. So we can see there's 29,850 vacant properties. 23,062 vacant properties. There's 32,000 tax delinquent properties. These are horrible lists because these have no filters applied to them. So the majority of your list is going to be made up of a bunch of properties that do not fit what your buyers are looking for. So we need to actually come in here and find pre-sold properties. So the pre-sold properties are the ones that fit our buyers' criteria. So let's talk a little bit about this. So obviously we know we want residential properties because that's what our buyers are buying. We want single family, and we can come down here and do our small multifamily because that's what we did earlier for our buyers. We did lot size up to an acre, building square feet. I think we did it up to 2,500. We did 500 there. You're built up to 2012. So this information here, we have to go back in and see what our buyers are buying to identify this. So we can see here our buyers are buying 500 square foot plus. But also the sweet spot would be 1901 to 1970. So we could put that in there to make sure that we're laser focusing in on the right kinds of properties. So 1901 to 1970. So what's really important is we see this number going down here, okay? And that's what we want to look at, is using our buyer information to narrow that list down. So we don't want anything listed on the MLS. We want properties that people have owned a little while, so let's do 3 years of ownership. People that live in the property, so individuals. Let's see what else we want. Estimated value, we can do up to like 450,000. And then we want estimate equity, we'll do 30% or more. So what this has done for us is we started out with over or almost 350,000 properties. Now we narrowed it down to 76,000 properties. So and this is without really even adding a lot of our buyer criteria. So we haven't added in bedrooms, bathrooms. We haven't added a lot of that information that our buyers are looking for, but we've already narrowed that list down. This is what I mean by you have to understand your market to be able to be successful with your marketing. Let's say that you only had a couple $100 in marketing budget. You would have burned up all of that marketing budget targeting the other side of those motivated sellers, because the issue was we started out with almost 360,000 properties. We eliminated almost 300,000 properties based on what we're looking for. So if we were to come in here, so for example, vacant properties, there were 23,000 of those. If we click on that right now, we can see that we narrowed it down to only 3,511. So if you came in here and built your initial list based on all that junk, 20,000 of those properties that you would have marketed to were not a fit for what our buyers want. You got to make sure that we're utilizing our market demand to basically make our list a little bit tighter. So another thing too, obviously zip codes, neighborhoods, different things like that. So we could say, okay, let's say you got a small marketing budget and you can't afford to do your full marketing budget. So instead of targeting the whole county, what if we just targeted that one zip code? 637. So that's a much different thing than starting out with 300,000 like most people are. This is the reason why 99% of people struggle with wholesaling and lead generation, is that the majority of their marketing is going towards properties that are not a fit for what their buyers want. We have to utilize our market demand to understand what we're doing, because now our marketing has become so much more effective because we've taken the time to go through this and really understand what our market wants, what are they buying, what do they want to buy more of. Everything else becomes super intuitive because we've done this. So hopefully that makes sense for you. I wanted to keep this video really short. If you want me to help you do stuff like this, reach out to me, let me know. I've got a couple of spots open right now to be able to help some people out. I'd love to be able to work with you in your wholesaling business. Tomorrow we're going to make a video where we're going to talk a little bit about the different marketing strategies and what it's going to take to actually put deals together.